just love Maddie and Tay. If you've never listened to that sister duo, I would suggest you listen to them. Maddie and Tay. So, I got a lot of work to do. Let me tell you something. I tried something new. It wasn't really my fault. It was really, I don't know whose fault it is, but let me show you what happened. So I made earrings. And I used this really cool eye. Let's see. Holographic eyes. Really cool eyes. I don't know if you can see those, but come to find out, when you clear coat it, these really cool eyes don't react well to they don't react well to the clear coat, so it ruined them. Pretty though, isn't it? No. What can you do? What can you do? So, what is the old adage? Back to the drawing board. Let's get this, get you guys up on the screen here. See if I got anybody interested in today. Hey, Tasha. Tasha. So, that didn't work out. I'm going to make more keychains. We'll make more jewelry, but we won't use those eyes. So this is a keychain, also a square bill crank. So I love these keychains. I'm not going to make them a brown trout today. But, you know, we got some stuff up here to clear coat. So we're just going to go cool looking, get creative. So, hey buddy, hey Daz, making some tea, huh? Making some tea. All right, so we're going to, these are going to be, well, they're always going to be baits, always. But we're going to make keychains. And then we'll try again on earrings. God, a lot of people wanting earrings from me, but I just, the eye just messed up. Bottom purple. Magenta, I should say. It looks cool. I like cool. I like cool. So, Sylvie, I mean, 10 lures. Oh, it's back a lot, 10 lures. Expensive lessons. Expensive lessons. We'll use it out. We'll sell them. Alright, so you basically just painted it purple on the bottom. Magenta. Now, I'm going to stay within that hue, but we're going to really change up the color. Who we got? Hey, Donald. We got Daz, Leon, Tasha, and Brandon. Thanks, Brandon. All right, so we're going to now we're going to take another color. Never use this for lure. This would be more of a stained water lure. Change the paint, change the lure. Looks pretty cool, actually. Looks cool. I like it. Okay, so we're going to do a flash dry, and then we'll clean this brush out. Hey, Henry, Beverly. I hope everybody's day is going well. My health is, I'm going to get some more medicine today. I think my breathing, I can't go fishing breathing like this. Can't paddle the kayak breathing like this, so I need to, where is it? One of my favorite colors. Transparent yellow. You don't have to use a lot. Just gotta use a little. To get the effect that you want. Oh, it's up here. Stencil. Right there. That's what I want. Where is it? Misplaced a stencil. Oh, my desk, is it? Alright, it's up here somewhere. Somewhere. Oh. Here it is. Man. I make a lot of stencils. Alright. So now we're going to put sort of a glowing yellow scale on it. I always like laying them down. Let's see what it looks like with this scale on it. I think it's going to look pretty cool. If you'll be able to tell that's a scale. Let's see what it looks like if I just don't use the pattern. This is where you sort of compare and contrast. See what looks best. I like without the scales on it. I like it without the scales on it. So you sort of play with it a little bit. So let's yeah, see how it changes it? Big change, huh? Big change. Put that right down the middle on that one. Again, you know, these things, paint lures, paint it by hand. All just sort of comes into its own. As you paint it. So pretty cool. That'll catch fish too. That'll catch fish. And catch your attention if it's keychain. All depends what I plan on doing with it. I mean, every time I paint something, I like it. Every time. I finish it. Man, that looks good. Let's do a flash dry on it. Well, who doesn't love lasagna? Who doesn't love lasagna? Let's get 5 of these ready. All right, there's 5. All right, should I make some earrings? I'll do two sets of earrings. I'm a little irritated that those turned out so bad.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
You're on live?
Yeah.
I got a couple of things to
You what?
to tell you.
Oh, okay.
To tell you.
All right. I want to mute.
Okie dokie.
Mute. Okay, I'm back, guys. I'm back. All right, let's get these off. That was my wife. "35 years Monday." So she put up with me this long. Waiting for her to say enough's enough. Looks pretty cool. These look pretty cool. Look at that. That looks really cool. All right. You take the tape off, and then I'm gonna try your rings again. it's just the wrong eyes. I put the wrong eyes on it. I put the eyes that were supplied by the same company. I don't think he knew. So I'm going to have to contact him and say, look, this is what happens when you use your clear coat on top of your eyes. Great looking eyes. Great looking. And maybe I'll put the eyes on after I clear coat it. Probably be the better way to go. Because I like the eyes a lot. I think they look great on earrings. Also on lure, because they just sparkle like diamonds. Boy, they would do really good in the water. So I think on those, I am going to clear coat and then glue the eyes on. That's what I'm going to do, because I can do that. It's a stupid thing. Long eyes was it looking? No, look. This is what happened when the clear coat actually caused the eyes to melt. So when I put the clear coat over the eyes, they literally dissolved. Kind of a bummer, huh? Great looking eyes. But I'll put them on after, which is weird to do that, by the way, to put eyes on after clear coat. Because the clear coat is an epoxy. It really helps, glue the eyes in. But I do use super glue, so it shouldn't matter. I super glue on all my eyes. So I am going to... they probably, those would probably work as baits. I'm not going to throw them away. I'll probably toss them out in the lake and see what happens. But man, it's annoying because I had such high expectations for it. So, we are going to do a set, just one set. You know why? Because I don't want to lose any more money on this. So, but it would be nice to do a matching set of pendants. I like the pendants. So, all right. So, what do we got in there? Yellow, transparent. That's really can work as a base. So let's get these on my helping hands, orientated properly. Sometimes I put them upside down. That's not fun. All right. Alright, so there. Let's actually, I hate to, it's a lot of yellow I put in there. So I'm going to just add some opaque white, and it'll have a yellow tinge to its base. Which is fine. So. yellow base. So, we are going to do a flash dry on that. Then I'm going to take real yellow, pearlized yellow. We're just going to do the bottom portion of this. Kind of neat because with the yellow base, this would be really yellow. Your base has a lot to do with the overall color that you put on it. It makes it either darker or lighter, brighter, or sheenier. There, just to dry. Just a little more. So, basically, they're really yellow. Oh, yellow. Now, we are going to put just one drop of blue into that cup. About 4 drops of yellow. Which, of course, what colors that make? Blue and yellow? Green. And boy, just turns that cup yellow into a big, beautiful. What do I do? Green. 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 Green, 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 green. Nice. All right, so. Go up on the back. So that's all we're going to do on those. And I'm going to do the same thing. Up on the back and the shoulders. So it looks like that. So, now, hey Selenia, hey Craig. Got a bunch of people, so that's wonderful. Thank you for joining me. So we're going to rinse this out. And a real different color to this. Take that magenta again. And then we're going to run that magenta right down the side of it. Basically stripe them. So it looks more like a rainbow trout. I guess 3 drops goes a little less than farther than I expected. Alright, so now that we've got our stripes on it, our color stripe, we are going to put the confetti effect on it. And we're going to do that with a blue. Real pretty blue. What we're going to do. There it is. Man. Little holes. Hey, Jay. Alright. So now we're going to take a blue, a real beautiful blue, true blue. Where is it? There's that blue. That's not the blue. Oh, there it is. There's right in front of me. There we go. All right, so we're going to confetti. Yeah, that looks so cool. That looks so cool. Looks pretty cool. The earrings. Those are pendants. Cool. I like that. What's that? So, this is an interesting one because I have to rethink. Because I really want these eyes on it. But I can't put them on before the clear coat. Goes against everything that I want to do. I hate coughing too. I really don't like coughing. It hurts. Coughing hurts. You got my lungs. Coughing hurts. Doctors just give me medicine that works for a little while, and then it doesn't work anymore. It's really cool, you know. It's a neat looking rainbow trout. A little mini rainbow trout. A little mini rainbow trout. This one, actually, I moved the stencil on it on the other side. Kind of created these stripes on it. Looks really cool. A rainbow tiger trout. I should do a tiger trout. But tiger trouts are predators. They're top of the food chain. So typically, not the best bait fish to throw out there. It scares other fish. So, I mean, I might do one just to do one, because tiger trouts are really cool looking, but they are a hybrid built specifically to be artificially introduced into lakes to control populations of other fish. And they're illegal to keep if you catch one here in the state of Oregon. They are a pure catch and release. And, but man, they're cool looking fish. Really cool looking fish. It's called a tiger trout. And when you catch one, they're fun because they are so aggressive. They're like the jaws of lakes. All right. So we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is beautiful. Let's take these off. Stick those over there. These are all dried up. These are dry. Those are dry. Now this is color shifting. You won't see it until at the end, but look at the eyes. It had a slot for the eyes and I just painted it red. Looks really cool. Looks mean. Let's get these over here. So. All right, good. And this is called a fire tiger design. It's a fire tiger. I don't know if you guys can see through it, but you can see that mirror in it. Inside this bait, it has a holographic mirror. And so through the stripes, there's a holograph inside there. It's wild looking. Really cool. That might be my keychain. They only sent me one sample of that. I did a really cool job with it. So, thanks, Stitch. Hi, Miss Canadian. Hi. All right. I got a lot of stuff to paint for tomorrow. I mean, it's not going to be ready to actually purchase tomorrow, but I got to make stuff for tomorrow. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, you know what? Ooh. Oh, they're up there. We'll do something really cool. But what I want to show you guys. All right, so these are cool. Look at that necklace. That's a cool necklace, right? I got this in 3 sizes. Medium, large, and extra large. Because I really don't have a small one. But look at that. So these will be sold tomorrow. Very cool. This is a small one. Yeah. Very cool, huh? And some of my lipless cranks make great pendants. That's a pretty one. And then this one is another really nice. So we will introduce the Terrible at Fishing jewelry line on Carol's show tomorrow. The link is down below at noon Pacific time. But very, 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 very cool looking. That's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to make more of these. So much. These are, because they're flat, they're easier to make, and I can make some really cool looking, pendants with it. Oh, there's my cardboard. Look, I have my cardboard. So, we'll just do a couple big ones. Because they're big. Maybe use up all these small ones. So I like make really good sized pendants. A couple medium ones. These are called spoons. We usually use these for trout and stuff like that. The way they sort of float through the water, and they're not flat. They're not perfectly flat, and they actually have a curve to them. So let's clean up my brush because we got to put white in it. Got to put white in it now. Squirt, squirt, squirt. And then small ones. Kind of a shoulder duster for an earring, but kind of would make it pretty cool. It kind of look indigenous, after I'm done painting them. It looks like something a tribe would make, Kind of cool looking. Then we've got all my stencils. We could do all sorts of really fun designs on them. Thanks, Ditch. Yeah, we're kind of, it was really my co-auctioners, that suggested, Mike, do some jewelry. And then some of the people have emailed me wanting jewelry. And I was like, really? Fishable jewelry? Yeah, it's a whole new category. So now we're just going to create a base on this. What in mind? Big ones. Leave the big ones a little silvery on the side. This is just the base. This is just to create a color from the colors. They're either more dull or more brilliant. In this case, more brilliant. I'm going to do some different stuff, and what will end up happening is that the different shades of white And then the fact that I was a little messy on the white, which is on purpose, is going to create a color variation on when I put the final color on here. So it's going to look really interesting. Yeah, it's going to look interesting. Hey, Rich. Ah, Rich is here. Let's save a little bit of this white that I got in here. I use a lot of white, obviously, since it is my base for almost everything. Put the white back, and then rinse, repeat. Nice thing about white, you really don't have to rinse it a whole, clean it out like you do with dark colors. That's simple green, by the way. All right, so now we've got sort of our pattern base. I always, to make it look more of that not Aborigine, indigenous look. Go with some earth tones, things like green. You know what? We're going to go. You always start with light colors first. So we're going to go with yellow. And again, we're going to sort of have a little bit of fun with designs on this. Line them up. Not all the same. All right. Now, where is not that one? Not that one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this one. This is like a lime green. We're going to add it to the yellow, which makes it more limey. Limey. It's a limey. All right. You're actually going to see as I continue to do this, what a base does to colors, which is really cool. Because it's just, it makes a big difference, but people don't realize it until they paint. What kind of a effect your base color has on your overall color. Now, I know it's kind of crazy looking right now, huh? I like the colors though. So, now, believe it or not, we are going to have more fun with colors. Somebody called me the Bob Ross of lures the other day. Happy colors. Happy colors. You gotta have happy colors. Good. Oh, that's good. All right, now we're going to take a pattern. We're going to put a pattern on here. So now I get to pick a pattern. Pick a pattern. Dots. Ooh. Oh. Those dots. Stripes. Oh, I've been wanting to use this one. I think it'll look really good on these. No idea what I was going to do. I just made it because it looked cool. So I made my own stencil because it looked cool. All right, so I'm going to sort of move these things out of the way a bit. Let's see what it looks like on a medium one. So it's going to be hanging this way. What do you think? I'm not done with it. Although, what did I do? I think I scratched it a bit. Kind of like it. What if I go? No. Okay, we're going to do that one, that way. So let me show it to you. You weren't looking. How dare you guys not look? We're not done with it, of course. So, bam. So that's kind of a groovy looking thing. All right, let's try this one. Well, it's over here. How dare you guys not look? Good luck. I get on the first shot. Try to line it up again. That's right. In the rear. And we're not done with these yet. It's kind of a bleeding look, so kind of gruesome, but that's all right. We're going to put another color on top. All right, let's see what else I got. Lots of stuff. I got a lot of stuff. Let's do this one. This one I use for my rainbow trout. Sorry about the coughing. It's just what I do lately. What did I do? All right. Take the tapes off. We are going to go with big dots right down the middle. I like those. That's pretty groovy. I like that. Big dots down the middle. I really don't know what's going to sell until I put it on the market. So we're going to do lots of different patterns. All right. Some pattern, some just freehanded. That's what we're doing. good look. So we give it that glow of that color on that one. Yeah, these are more like a rainbow trout. All right. I think I'm done with my reds. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Crazy, huh? Crazy. Groovy. What do you guys think? Hey, Randall. Wow. Crazy. All right. Well, this had other colors in it, so I can't put it back in the jar. So we have to clean this one out. And I need more water. The sink is right behind me. I'm gonna have to clean this one out. And then what is my overall favorite color to add? For those who keep watching, you guys know what I'm about to do. There, we're going to the lightest possible color. Which is transparent yellow. Don't. So just rinsing out my brush. And I get all that color out. So put the yellow in. It's yellow. Very important. That's yellow. Alright, so now these are wild looking. Make great lures too. They look like yeah, the transparent yellow, it kind of blends it. Kind of add that glow that I always look for. In my lures. does make it glow. And that is wild looking. Wow. Those look good. I always say that, don't I? I always say those look good, huh? Hey, Randall. Jay. Those look good. Yeah, that'll catch a fish. You know, this crazy one, it may not make a good jewelry, but that'll catch a fish. Those are good. Those are cool looking jewelry. These will catch fish. We'll see. We'll see what happens, huh? We will see what happens. We'll have a transparent. Let's see what I got. Just one or two of these. Let's see what this does. Let's see what this does. Add this to it. A few drops. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that. Something about this design I didn't care for. So, this one is my creative faux pas. Not all things come out the way you like them. But it allows for creative liberties on the one that you don't care for. Right. What is that? A stick? I don't know what that is. Alright, so let's hang these up. Let's hang them up. There's a lot of doing. Isn't it? When these get clear coated, they're going to look a lot different. They'll be prettier, shinier, things like that. All right, let's hang them up. There's a lot of work today we're doing. Finished keychain. Bam, bam, bam. Looks cool. It'll be mine. Because fishermen need a fisherman's keychain. Yeah, a lure on it. Your emergency system. Your emergency, lure. See, doesn't that look cool? Oh, turn it on. Doesn't that look really cool? I mean, it's just sort of, that's cool looking. But that's just me, because I painted it. So I think it looks cool. Another really cool one. All these are different. Every one of them is different. Again, they're sort of imitate the rainbow trout, which is a very popular feeder fish. Am I poorly, Michael? Like poorly? I don't know what that means, Tasha. Yes, I am poor. Trying to earn money. I live, I don't know if that's what you meant, but I live off fixed income, off my disability. And this is, I'm allowed to make a little bit extra money. So, but my health has been horrible lately. And very frustrating when you're always sick. Chronic illness is a pain in the butt. Wind chimes up here now. Wind chimes. If that's what you meant. I don't know what you meant. But I am poor in finances and poor in health. Rich in a lot of other things. My wife always reminds me to count my blessings. I really do have 3 great kids. That's why I have a kayak and not a boat. But I love kayak fishing. I'll never get rid of my kayak. But I will add a boat one day. Small one, nothing big. Just something to take somebody else out and teach them how to fish. Man, there's some pretty ones here. It's time to clear coat, really, to tell you the truth. I got too many. I'm going to have to make 2 batches of clear coat because clear coat's only good for about 30 minutes after I mix it, and then it's useless. So I'll have to make 2 batches of clear coat. So that is very cool. Very cool. All right, let's wash my hands a little bit before I start touching them again, especially the ones that are dry. Get some more water. All right, now let's clean up my brush. So, what we got? Anybody watching? We have 5 people watching still. Please hit subscribe and enter this month's contest. This month's contest is really crazy. Whoever wins, I am going to send them a survey form. The answer. It'll have things like, what's your target fish? I want you to describe your gear, your rod and reel, your line, as best as you can. And your most successful baits that you've used if you're an avid fisherman. And and then what you want me to name the bait. And anything else that you think is pertaining to. If you're a shore fisherman, if you're a kayak fisherman, if you're a boat fisherman, all that will be on the survey form. To the winner, that we'll fill that out. I will make a bait of his. I will take a bait of a category of baits that I have in stock, which is a lot, and he will have a custom-made bait. I will do a really good job, because I always do. When I'm done, I'm like, oh, that's really good. So this month, the winner is going to get probably the most customized bait. It's going to work for them. Custom baits like this, when I do that, they cost hundreds of dollars sometimes, depending on the bait. If I do something like this for them, bam, look at that. That's a bait. That's a bait. If I painted this for somebody with all their details, and it was for them, $100 bait. And there's not a fisherman out there that would not want a bait maker to make a bait just for them. It's just not. I mean, I wish somebody offered it to me before I started painting baits. I mean, I still wouldn't mind it. An accomplished bait maker to send me a form and then make me a bait, and then I get it in the mail and open it. It's like, it's got my name on it on the bottom. I'll put your name on it. I mean, it will be the coolest bait you'll ever throw. I guarantee it. It'll be the coolest bait you'll ever throw. Really cool bait. Really cool bait. All right, so we're going to do some clear coating. Look at that. I mean, that's a cool bait. This is a Hula Popper. So we're going to put those together. And it's a long video. So for anybody who comes upon this video later, it's like, just fast forward to something that you want to see. Fast forward. This is going to be like a long, 3 or 4 hour video. Because now we are going to put epoxy resin on these. That's what we're going to do. But since I can't do it all at once, we're really going to have to do two. We're going to have to do two. So put some epoxy. We'll do like 5 milliliters at a time. 10 milliliters should definitely do it. And you don't want to waste your epoxy. It's expensive. Stuff's expensive. You're not looking. It is. And we brush on a very narrow, very thin coat on them. use a popsicle stick. And then we'll talk to you for a few minutes. Here we mix. All right, what do we got? Oh, Tony's here. Cool. Whose birthday? Oh, Tony's birthday. Cool. Happy BB, buddy. It's March. It's March. Hey, Matt. I know. I've been busy. I have been busy. Look at all those baits. There's a bunch of baits. Some of them I can make into keychains, pendants, lure. All of them I can make into lures. So we're going to mix this epoxy and then paint it on there. There's a lot of work in itself. Just a lot of work. Lots and lots of work. Yeah. I want to sell my baits for more money because, time is money. When you think about all the work I put into a bait, the days it takes to finish the bait, I'll never get my money out of it. But, time. And people don't want to spend more than $15-20 on a bait. I mean, even a custom bait. So, a hand-painted bait. So we have to just keep it within reason. Sell lots of them, I guess. Has Big Dan got his package? I haven't looked. To see if Big Dan or Craig has gotten their package yet. I sent takes weeks to get a package over to the UK. So I have to check on that today. And let's see if they got their package. UPS is slow. USPS. Oh no, I stole it. Tasha. I know you probably would. I like the shirt. Oh, the shirt. No, I like the shirt. So, all right, let's start clear coating these things. All right, we're going to start with the ones that are really dry, which is far left. So let's do now this is going to change. I put a color shifting paint on this, which comes alive after I put clear coat on it. So this is going to be really cool when you see it. Because this color shifting paint is just really cool. It's got metal flakes in it. And so this paint, this lure is like this. It just starts to come alive. I painted the eyes on this because there really is no glue on eyes that fit in that little cavity. So I used a pearl red paint on the eyes so they glisten. So I want you guys to see something that's really cool. So this is a before and after on this. I mean, big difference. And that actually has a color shift into a lavender. So we'll put that on the drying rack. We're going to do this one. Like I said, we're going to have to do several of these sessions of epoxy. Because it'll go bad in about 20 minutes or so. I won't be able to brush it on very well. This, very cool. As soon as I get more adept at using this color shifting paint, I'll be buying it. This was a sample, and I was using it wrong because. So I contacted the guy who makes the paint, and he told me how to do it. It's really cool looking. Love that. All right. Now, these also have that color shifting paint on it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do on this? Forgot to put eyes on it, didn't I? Well, I've already mixed my epoxy. We're going to just sort of, we're going to put the eyes on this one afterwards. Like I have to do on those, the jewelry portion. So I'm not going to add the epoxy to the eye socket. Another nice thing about just brushing this on, we'll put the eyes on last, which is a different technique. I mean, I don't know what it'll look like, but that is a color shift on that. We're just going to leave that one. We want to do both. All right, so we have to do these that way. I wasn't thinking was that. So these I have to clear coat first. Because the eyes I want to put on this deteriorate with the clear coat. Melts them. So that's what we're doing. These are earrings, actually, and I only did one set because it's kind of an experiment. Because I lost 10 blanks doing it the other way. So we're going to do it this way. And then put the eyes on them. Later. Not putting eyes on the blades of the spoons, so we can epoxy those. And then we'll put eyes on the other ones, and then mix my second batch of epoxy for those. And for my other ones. makes a really cool looking earring. Huh? Oh, yeah. So we got Tony Wharfdale. Cool. Jumped on your channel. So we're going to do these the same way. These are sort of, this is going to be a pendant. Lipless cranks make good pendants because of where they put the hole. Here, the string. It's dead center. So we're going to put those really cool eyes on this one. I think those eyes look great, and I hate to not use them, but I can't put it on before my epoxy. As I've shown you, it just melts the eyes. It's like, sort of wipe off as much as this as I just put on it. That looks really cool. Get another rainbow trout. A little itty bitty rainbow trout. Even more of those. And then we're going to do those spoons. And then add eyes to the others. Mix another batch of epoxy. And do those. And we're learning a lot lately. Learning a lot. For different, and it's not necessarily techniques, it's like different substances. I mean, I had no idea that epoxy would melt those eyes the way it did. Obviously, I mean, I did 10 baits. They'll probably catch fish, and I'll probably use them myself. Because, I mean, the eyes are really bright. They're just not pretty. So, anyway, I love the streaks on that one. So, put that there. All right, now we're going to do the spoons. All right. Now we're going to do those spoons. Spoons are going to look really cool. These spoons are going to look really, really cool. I really only have to do one side. The other side's already polished. That looks really cool, you know? That's a rainbow trout. Just really shiny. Really shiny. Another design of a rainbow trout. Really shiny. Look at that. Just a different pattern, but very cool. These will catch a trout. No doubt in my mind that these will be awesome on Klamath Lake, where we have 10-pound trout on average. I mean, we have big trout in my backyard. 10-pounder is a big old fight. And boy, do they jump out of the water. I've had trout jump 4 feet out of the water. This one's put tiger stripes on it just because I felt like it. Just because I felt like it. Which, when you're the painter and the artist, you do whatever you want and get away with it. As long as it catches fish. This one's cool. There's a hint of red or magenta on it. Really pretty. Real pretty. A lot easier to paint spoons with epoxy in a clear coat than it is, anything like a lipless or anything without a bill. Those are just hard to paint. Put a clear coat on it. There's nothing to grab. These I can just lay down. Look at that. That's groovy. That's just groovy. Groovy. These are cool. I like that. I just went different with all of them for the most part. I mean, I like that. And everybody gets a truly unique bait. Nothing's the same twice with me. Way too much. That one looks like a rainbow trout. Okay, my spotted ones, which are very rainbow-esque, because rainbow trouts have spots. Lots of spots. There's a little guy. Visit those stores that want to buy my lures, get their order set up. Get their order. This is a big one. That'll catch a 10-pounder. Look at that. Put a big beefy hook on that. All right. Oh, this one. This one I'm curious about. This is one I kind of painted over, but I wanted those stripes under it to stand out. Do. So it's a very subtle lure. Green, blue, with sort of a pattern underneath the paint. I don't know if you guys can really see that pattern, but it's more of a texture. All right, so now we got to put eyes on these other lures. We have that epoxy. So Now, break out this towel. And we're going to start putting eyes. Let's put the big, let's make it put big eyes. This one, it's an ocean lure mackerel design. But I want a specific eye for it. This one. That's a crazy looking eye. Hey Henry, hey Sherry. I get all into this and forget to look up every once in a while. Need a toothpick. Need a toothpick. This is a 7-inch bait. This is a big old bait. This one I made for ocean fishing. I used to catch mackerel all the time. It's good eating. Mackerel is. What did I do with my... Did I not? I did not have it ready, did I? Where's my tweezers? Tweezers. You guys are probably seeing them. I don't know where my tweezers are. Well, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. These are big. A little easier to do by hand. I mean, look at that. That eye is awesome. It's a great eye. Those tweezers will pop up here any second. Any second. I need those for the little eyes. Big blower. All right, let's put some epoxy on there while I still have some, a lot of epoxy that I can use. There's a lot of epoxy on this lure. 7-inch lure. Seven-inch lure. Put big hooks on this. And because it is more of an ocean faring lure, I really probably put 2 coats of epoxy on this and make it last. It's going to see a lot of abuse. See, this epoxy starting to thicken up already. So, like I said, with this one, I'm actually probably put 2 coats of epoxy on this. This is just the first coat, but we'll use some of this epoxy while I still can. Because it takes so much. When you look at it, get it in the nooks and crannies. Any kind of imperfections. And you always shore up around the hooks. So that. Use the light, the reflection to see if I've missed any spots. Just look. Anything that I don't like, brush out. Right now. Otherwise, you have to sand it out after it dries. You can wet sand it, just like you would a car. Technically, car clear coat. But that it's wild looking, isn't it? That is a good ocean faring bait. Is that in the ocean? That's a good bait. That's a good bait. Let's see. All right. Jay, Tony. All right, so let's find my tweezers so I can put the rest of these eyes on. They're here someplace, or they're on the floor, right? You never know. It's purgatory down there. Oh, there they are. They're all together. They're right there in front of my face. Ay, gee, mama. Okay, let's put some eyes on these guys. These are ones I did yesterday. And I really like them. They're color changing. So these actually color shift. And really little eyes. Really little eyes. They sent me some cool little eyes. I think these eyes. Yeah. Let's see. Too big. Too big. Those are too big. Those are too big. I love those, right? But those dissolve. All right. None in there. Ooh. Do those fit? No. I like the yellow though. All right, let's go to my stash up here. Picking eyes, very important. Told you guys many times. Eyes give it life. So right now it's just a dead bait, but we're going to add life to it by adding eyes. And I like, let's see, I like that eye. I like that eye. So let's put some glue in here. That's a lot of baits. I've done a lot of baits. Somebody sees my rack, they think I'm Willy Wonka, they say. Let me see. I'm Willy Wonka. What did I say? Somebody said I was earlier too. Oh, the Bob Ross of painting lures. So I'm a cross between Willy Wonka and Bob Ross. There you go. And I'm a defective person. Totally defective. Add eyes, and that little bait trick comes to life. And then we'll mix another batch of. That's going to be bad in a set. It's already turning bad because when I was putting it on the mackerel, it was clumping on me. So you have a very limited window, so never mix a whole lot of epoxy, ever. Your window gets closed really quick. Yeah, it's a good eye. It's a good eye for these. Ah, lost it. There we go. You drop a lot of eyes. There's a lot of eyes on wood. Girls with skirts should not be in here. All right, so just show you guys what eyes do. This is before, and that is after. And that is just crazy, crazy cool looking. Let's do the other side. Crazy cool. We got Amy. Hi, Amy. I apologize again for my breathing. A lot of some people, they just think I'm a pervert. I breathe heavy. And we get putting eyes on. These eyes won't melt under my clear coat. And it's better, really, in my opinion, to put eyes on before clear coat because it keeps the eyes on better. Well, they are super glue, so it's like no big deal, right? All right, that one's done. And you basically just slide it off the tweezers with the toothpick into the socket. I know, little baits are hardest to do. I can't, and I should charge the most for little baits because they're the hardest. Nobody will pay a lot for a little bait. And then Size is money. And that's probably why we don't see a lot of ultralight hard baits on the market, because it's hard to charge a lot for them, especially hand painted. But that's why I like doing them, because ultralight fishing is the best form of fishing. All right, there's that. All right. Ooh, this is a cool one. Let's pick a cool eye for this, because I really think this one's mine. I'm going to pick a really cool eye for this one, because this one's mine. Where's that cool eye? Oh, you know what? There's another cool eye in here. Oh, that's another. Will that fit? I like this eye a lot. Whoa, barely fits. I like it. I like the eye. It will fit because I will make it fit. I'll push hard. This bait's mine, so it is truly a one-off because I don't have another bait like this. Where's my toothpick? Come on. That is a great eye for that one. Look at that. Before, after. It was a great eye. Perfect. Perfect eye for this. Perfect eye for this. Yellow, black pupil on it. And the bigger the eye, the better. I try to put as big eye as I can on these things. Look at that. Now this actually is a see-through with a mirror in the holographic mirror in it. And this thing is clear coated. This thing's gonna see. You see that mirror? It's really cool looking. It's a cool looking bait. Probably have to buy more of those. All right, let's get these really cool ones. Let's get these. There is. Oh, where is it? Is it in this one? Yeah. This one. Yellow eyes. See if those fit what it looks like. Too small. They're too little. They're too little. That's the one I wanted, though. But like I said, you always go with the biggest possible eye on these. Because again, it really brings it to life. That's too little. We want little. We want as big as we can. Too big. Too big, too big, too big. the right eyes. Pick the right eyes. Ooh. I always change my mind right at the last second. But shouldn't have. Sorry, guys. We're not doing all the same color, right? We're going to do red. We're going to do that yellowish orange. That's what we're doing. What we're doing. That's what we're doing. Hey, radio. Done a lot of baits today. Lots and lots of baits. Just a dab of super glue. Never pull it away until it releases upon itself, or else you get glue all over your bait. That's not fun. And then we have the eyes. The eyes are life. So, red eyes. Before, after. Always looks better after. Always appreciate handmade baits. You know, I do dark horse tackle and on their pro staff. And one of the big reason I'm on their pro staff is because all their baits in their box are handmade. I really appreciate that. Nobody's going to get the same box because each bait is unique. Oh my goodness, what did I do? I have to find the red eye, so we'll make a yellow eye on this one. So we need one more red eye. Or else somebody's going to have an odd eye. Nothing wrong with that. Really. Just one. I just need one. Oh, there we go. There we go. Red eyes. All right, so let's go flip these over. Let's do the red eyes first. And we'll do that orange eye. Use all these up. Yes, some cool looking baits. We made some really cool looking baits today. And jewelry. You can make any bait into jewelry. One more. I fall off. Yep, I had a knife fall off. Can't use that one. Nope. Epoxy for that one. All right, let's get with orange eyes on here. Yellowish, orangey-ish, blackish eye. There's that yellowish eye. So there's all the eyes have it. So can't use that eye's got fabric on it now. It's dead. So you get out eyes. They drop. All right. So the last batch of epoxy. Bam. Just a few milliliters. They're all small. Try not to waste it. Yeah. That's, yeah. I told you it's expensive. 1-to-1, roughly. Anyway. And now, mix vigorously. Do you have 1 inch or 1.5 inch blades you can make earrings with? No, not right now. This earring stuff is just all new to me. But I do have lipless. There is a set right there. I mean, this is what I had no idea this eye was going to react like that to my clear coat. It literally melted. So I lost 10 baits, which is 5 sets of earrings the other day. So learned a lesson there. So I'm trying something new. We're going to, I clear coated it first with a design around the eye sockets. And there's an eye here that I really want to use. But if I put it on before, that happens. And it just crystallizes. It looks stupid. I'm going to use those for fishing. I'll probably give them away to the kids, at the lake. They're giveaways, there are 10 giveaways now to the kids at the lake. Oops. But I will get, as I get more into this, this idea of jewelry, I'll start buying baits for that reason. So I like the blade idea. I mean, I love the way the blades turned out. They look gorgeous. These are going to be on necklaces, though. Those are going to be on necklaces. They'll be like pendants. And so I'll get to it. Again, this is a new thing. I mean, I had no idea that I could make jewelry and that my hand-painted designs people would like to wear. I mean, usually the fish like to wear it. But for me to, it's just weird. Fishable jewelry. But I love, the idea of keychains. I mean, come on. That's a great looking keychain. Bam. Hard epoxy, looks great. Emergency lure just in case you're out on the water. I can throw a hook on it and just use it. I mean, emergency fishing gear on your keychain. How cool is that? But yeah, I will definitely, in my next order, which isn't going to be for a while, because I have so much. I really have so much. I ordered a bunch of jewelry stuff yesterday to add, sort of to accessorize my baits on necklaces. So keeping a fishing theme, basically beads type thing, I did buy a hand-blown glass mermaid that'll probably just stand alone. I mean, that's just beautiful. I just want to see if anybody will buy it. We'll put that on a necklace. But it's gorgeous. I mean, it's hand-blown, so, I mean, hand-blown glass is a lot like hand-painted anything. It's always going to be unique. You can't do it exactly the same way twice. So it's always going to be unique. And I think anybody who buys something from me, I think they deserve something unique. So, all right, we're almost done mixing this up. So we'll start painting this on my, got a disposable brush. Not that one, because it's a came off. Disposable brushes are cheap. All right. Let's do mine first. So let's do mine first. This one's cool. This one's cool. Because it has that holographic mirror inside, and I use transparent paint to expose it. And so this thing shines. I mean, you're not seeing it on the camera like you should, but this thing really reflects light like crazy, like a disco ball. And it's see-through, which is weird because the blade, that holographic blade on the inside of the bait is transparent. That's just, I mean, it's kind of wild, man. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to fish with this or if I'm going to wear it. I'll probably do both. I'll probably wear it because people will say, God, where did you get that? You shouldn't wear that. You should fish with it. I go, yeah, I need it. So it's really wild looking, but just a beautiful. This is what we call a fire tiger design with the stripes and the yellow and the red. And like I said, I use transparent paint on it. Look at that. You can see that mirror on the inside. That is just crazy looking. It's gorgeous. That's an expensive lure. All right, let's get these little guys done. These are color shifting ones. So as I put the epoxy on, the color shift starts to activate. And the lavender turns, will, depending on the way the light hits it, turns into a silver and a gold, depending on the way the light hits it. But it's just really, red and green are extremely popular bait colors in just about any lake. And I always put a little bit extra around the hooks because of sort of a hook rash, we call it. But that's beautiful. Good looking bait. Again, you never have too many ultralights because ultralights catch fish better than bigger baits. If you ever have a slow day, always go small. What small baits do is that it gets a feeding frenzy started with just about any size fish. And if smaller fish start feeding, bigger fish start to come in and feed too. So if you ever have a slow day, ignore your big baits until the small baits start to hit. And then you can gradually get up to the bigger baits for the bigger fish. You'll catch big fish on this. You will catch big fish on this. But that will get the bait the frenzy started. Now gets a frenzy started. Stop it. Oh, I got enough room on my trying rack. I'll make room. fishing is really, it's just experience. 3 years ago, I couldn't catch anything. Then I started fishing full time. And when you full time fish, you learn so much so fast. And that's what I did. And now I'm like the lake pro at Lake of the Woods. If anybody wants to know what's hitting, where to hit it, and what to throw to get it to hit, well, you gotta ask. No, you should ask me. And listen, I love when I tell people at the marina where to go and what to throw, and then they go in the opposite direction. It's silly people. And I go, okay. And then I feel bad if they do what I say and they catch nothing, or they catch one. You know, because I catch a lot. But there is a video that I made called How to Catch More Fish. It's my favorite video out of the 600 plus videos I have done. And it's on bait presentation. How to retrieve your bait to get a hit. In that 5-minute video, I did not edit at all. That is just a straight 5 minutes of fishing. And I show you how to, I used a chatterbait that on that video, how to retrieve. And about the 4th retrieve, cast, I hook a nice little largemouth bass. I really thought I was going to catch on a smallmouth, but a largemouth hit it. He just happened to be hanging around. And you will see how to systematically work an area. And if you do that, do what I do in that video, you catch fish. Look at that. Oh, that's just crazy looking. Look at that. That is a crazy looking bait. That's awesome. Okay, Tony. Are you thinking you're going to win the competition, Laura? For the hospital. I need to sell a few things because there is something I want to buy. It costs a little bit of money to put on the bait. And so maybe next week I'll order it. If I sell something tomorrow on Carol's channel. And they pay me. That's always important. And we can get that done. Really, there are some ideas. I've been tossing around some ideas for the hospital because I want to do a really good job for them. And their logo is really the challenge. It's not really painting the bait. It's getting that logo on it. And do not bump my rack. That is really the biggest challenge. But I have an idea that will meet that challenge. And the item I want to purchase costs a little bit of money. So, I will. We got some time. We got some time for the hospital. So, but I'll definitely probably paint the bait next week. Well, it just depends on if I can get that stuff. If I can get it, we'll paint it next week. So I don't think a store in town sells it. It's a mail order thing that I have to get. It's pretty cool. I love that pink on the bottom. It's just so cool. Look at that pink. That pink on the bottom is cool. That's cool. Running out of room. Let's take these off. I can make room for two more on my rack. Yeah, I mean, I got to do something really nice, very beautiful for the hospital. Donation. Plus, Tony, I got to make you look good. Got to make you look good. You can't just send them a little, something to paint. We got to make it unique to the hospital's fundraiser. That's going to require some electronics, some special paper, all for me to get that the design I want. I have ants down here. And they, it's not like you're going to die, if you get in my epoxy, you stupid ant. Got one more to do after this one. Very cool looking. All right. One more. A long session today, huh? Well, this one with the loose eye, so we need to be very careful and just use the epoxy to solidify that eye. Don't want it to fall off. See, all these eyes have an adhesive on it, but it's never good enough. That's why you use super glue and epoxy on it. That's pretty. Come on. That is very, very pretty. I like it. All right. That, wow. Guys, that's a lot of lures. Let me see how many I count. 3, 6, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30 lures. We did. 30 lures. That's a lot of lures. That's a lot of lures. And they're not done by any means. Remember, there was some I have to put the eyes on afterwards because these eyes that I want to use, let me show you. It's a glass bead. It's not really glass. It's plastic. But that's it. And it looks like a diamond. It looks cool. But if you do it before, it looks like it's got, just a punctured eye. Like I said, those I'm going to give away to kids at the lake. But I love making the keychains. Keychains are cool. And so I do have to fit, these Whopper Ploppers. Gotta loosen up the tail a bit. And that's a good loose tail. And then put hooks on these. That big old giant one. There you go. Loosen that tail up. Bam. And then this baby, look at that. That's a beautiful one. Yeah. That's a $30 lure. Easy $30 lure. Maybe 40, 50. Maybe more. But it just turned out. Look at those eyes. They're really cool. They're holographic. And then that gold. And that is a beautiful lure. Outdid myself on that one. A lot of people, when I send them my lures, a lot of them, they're a little afraid to use them because they're so pretty. Which is, nice. It's a nice compliment. And but the best compliment is catching something on it. That's the best compliment. And I'm going to buy more of these. I love this Whopper Plopper because I can paint the tail. The other Whopper Ploppers I did up here, you can't paint the tail. It just doesn't look good. Man, that's a good looking Whopper Plopper. One's got red eyes. One's got yellow eyes. They shake, rattle, and roll. Let's see if I can show you guys what we did today. Here's what we did today. Crazy, huh? That is a morning's worth of work. Mackerel. Wow, that's a lot of baits. I want you to know 30 baits. You bought 30 baits from a company like 6 cents. It's like $400 easy, sitting right there. $400, just hanging there drying. So hopefully I can sell them. We're going to put some hooks on these guys. This baby's going to be a number 2 hook. This is a big old hook on that baby. We'll probably do number 4s on these. That's my keychain right there. And I love that other one. That other one's probably too big for a keychain. Yeah, people probably think I'm happy to see him a little bit too often. Thanks, Jay. Thanks. Yeah, no, that's a lot of work. I gotta put hooks on these too. There's a Froggy I did. Froggy. You gotta put hooks on him. And then these are called Hula Poppers. Put hooks on them. But let me show you. I'm very excited about these because these are ultralight. And being ultralights, I broke one of those over there, so okay. Lost one. 1, 2, 3. So these I'll glue what we call it, the skirt on them. And so this right here, I'll glue it on there, but that is a topwater. So you pop it across, bam, bam, and bass just jump out of the water and hit it. That's called a Hula Popper. It's got a little skirt. That's cool. These are cool. Very excited to get those. So I got 4 of them down here I painted. And we'll fit these guys up with their skirts. They're Scottish. Because they're boys. And that's my this is my Frogger Plopper. Man, we got some really cool stuff. We'll sell tomorrow. So let's put these over here. Over there. Really nice. All right, let's put the microphone up. Let's see, we need this. We need this. Bring you guys over to my desk. All right. And we're on the desk. We're at the desk. Stupid ants. Ants, ants, ants. So, we got Hula Poppers. Gotta be very careful about these because I put in these eyes, the hook eyes. A little epoxy on them, but I don't want to break them because that's what I did with the other one. I broke it. Pull this out. And then we're going to take a little bit of glue and we'll stick it on that little protrusion because it's a boy. Let's see. Excuse me. Put a little bit of glue on that. Just to keep the skirt on. I don't want the skirt falling off. No guy wants to lose his skirt. There. There we go. And that puts that skirt on nice and tight. I gotta take my boy to school in a few minutes. We'll start school at noon, our time. So, very cool. Yeah, it's 11:11. He's going to take his GED just because he can. And people don't look at high school diplomas. I mean, he could get his high school diploma, but employers don't look at high school diplomas the same anymore. Woo-hoo. Another one bites the dust. These are really cool. Really like them. This I'm going to have a lot of fun catching bass on. I'm very excited about these. I bought a dozen of them, although I've broken one. Don't want to break any more. And I don't want to lose the skirt, so that's why we're gluing it on. I mean, nobody does. Then you're all naked out there. It'll probably work work fine without the skirt. Skirt just makes it work better. I mean, that through the water, it's going to be awesome. One more of these. I painted the mouths red because everybody else does. I guess it makes it look like it's bleeding or something. I don't know. The inside of your body is red, bleed red. Thanks, Tony. Well, like I said, I'll tell you when I paint that hospital lure. I'm very excited about the plans I've got for it. Okay, last skirt. Okay, so let's put these over here. So now we're done with that. Oh my goodness, I got some beautiful baits here. That big giant, we are going to put number 2s on him. Bam, that's what we're doing. We need large split rings. That is a beautiful bait. I love it. It just, see, that's the type of, impression I want the hospital to have, is to have, to be impressed with something like that. But otherwise, it's not much of a prize. It's like, you get to win this. Yeah, some guy in America, some bloke in American made it. Has no idea how to make nothing. Nope, gotta do extra special. That's for the hospital. Put my split rings on it. So we're doing everything today. We're painting lures. We're clear coating lures. Putting big old giant hooks on lures. On a big giant lure. I mean, this is a big hook. This is my biggest hook. It's a number 2. Super sharp. This is the type of hook that you lodge in your thigh and you have to have a buddy yank it out, which I have had done. Once it gets past the barb, you're not going to pull it out yourself unless you're manlier than I am. My brain just kept telling me to stop. All right, so that finishes that lure. Look at that. That finishes that. That is beautiful. Man, that's a good looking lure. All right, so nowhere to put this. Put that over there. All right, so now we got my whopper ploppers. This is too big of a ring. But these are not too big. That's a 2. No, I want a 3. There's 3s. All right. Put 3s on here, rings. And then we're going to take, I'm going to put 4s. I could, there's no rule that you have to put 2 of the same size hooks on it. I'm wondering if I just put a 2 on the back and a 4 on the front. You always hook yourself too when you're dealing with hooks. Let me look at something. Oh, purgatory. You don't want to lose those. Never lose a hook on the floor. There it is. I don't always wear shoes in this place. We'll do 2 of these. There we go. I think these are 4s. And that means we need to do 3s. Yeah, those are good size hooks for that. You can catch some big ones on that. We're going to put a 2 on the back of that frog. So what we're going to do, use a split ring plier and just slide it onto the bait. And use it again for your hook. Try not to hook yourself. And 1 on the backside. 1 on the backside. I know I breathe loud. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a loud breather. I go to the pharmacy when I take my boy to school and get my prednisone. Steroids will help me breathe easier in a few days. Next week I'll be able to go fishing without coughing up a lung. And that finishes this Whopper Plopper. That's a Whopper Plopper. All finished. Let's do the other one. Oh, man. Hey, can somebody take care of that bot? Can I do it here? Put user in timeout, block user. I can block that user. Stupid bots. And with all the things Russia's dealing with, you think they wouldn't do bots. Talk about countries being held hostage by their leader. All right, let's get a couple more of these. Let's put these on here. That's a lot of lures. 30 lures. Like I said, that's like $400 from the manufacturer just for those lures. And really not the same care. I mean, it's machine made, so it's like you don't expect, machine to care. All right, so there's that. We're going to put a big hook on the back of this frog. So we're going to use a large split ring. Number 4 or 6. This is a 6. This is a big one. And put it on my little froggy. And we'll put a number 2 hook on it. I've actually used this blank before last year. I did catch a largemouth with it. Wasn't a big one, but I wasn't really in an area for big largemouth, so I just thought it was cute. Yeah, I mean, that's cute. A little froggy. And I threw it out there and worked it for a little while and caught something. All right, so there's that and that. Oh, we got these ploppers. So these ploppers are ultralight, so we're not going to put big hooks on them. 6s on them, really. We'll put number 2 split rings on it. We'll put 6s on it for my hooks. Una moss, if I don't lose it. 6s. I mean, actually, it's kind of a cool keychain too, you know? Kind of a cool keychain. Hula Popper. Called a Hula Popper. I got more. We're going to do some crazy things with my Hula Poppers because I kind of stayed frog-like with these. If I don't break it. Kind of dainty because of all the parts on it. And I had to put it together myself. This is a truly handmade bait. I have some really big ones that are handmade too. I got to put together after I paint them. So, okay, should we go? These are 10s. These are 6s. 6 is too big. We're going to have to put 10s on it. We're going to put 10s on it. It sounds a little small, but you really don't want the hooks to catch on each other when you toss it. You know, they got to be far enough apart, and they put these kind of close here. So it really dictates that your hook is going to be small. So we're putting 10s on it. These are VMC KVD hooks. Really strong. Very sharp. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And that is a finished Hula Popper. Even those are pretty close. Those will probably end up catching on each other. But can't go smaller than that. Just can't go smaller than that. So I do have some 10s here with rings because I took them off of something else. So I'm going to just use these on these other Hula Poppers. What are you guys talking about? I'm paying attention. Trying to knock these out before I leave for taking my boy to school in a little bit, which is in about 10 minutes. I gotta leave and take him to school. There we go. Good old hooks. What they say about hooks? They hook you. Always hook you. I put more holes in my fingers than a seamstress does a pincushion. Bam. All right, so there's that one. Let's get this one done. Too big. Gotta go with 10s. Oh, purgatory. Gotta find the hook. You know, they fall down here. You have no idea where they're at until you step on it. All right. Oh, there it is. My goodness. Can't leave a hook on the floor. That's bad juju. All right. I'll go to the pharmacy too and get my medicine. New pharmacy staff, they're not very good. This will be my last one. Do that one later. And we'll end the broadcast. You guys had a whole morning of me working on baits. Whole morning working on baits. 30 baits. Actually, more than that because we did these. So we did 37 baits. 37 baits in the morning. And then tomorrow on Carol's, so the link is below. You can buy these tomorrow. Come on. Always the last one. My jewelry, my baits, all tomorrow on Carol's Creative Corner. Woo-hoo. We'll do that one later. So I want to thank you guys. We're going to put these in here so my cat, he walks down here and he will hook himself again. And I will see you guys later. I know that bot. Okay. Yeah, thanks for getting them. All right, guys. I will see you guys probably later today because I got a lot of work to do. And we're just going to keep working until, my business makes some money. So take care, everybody. Thank you very much for stopping in and keeping me company.